So, some of you buy some old models, and when you open the box you realize that it has raised panel lines. And then there goes the thought, let me sand all of this and make it smooth. Actually, there is a simpler way to keep the raised panel lines, but one of the reasons to do so is because it is hard to remove the joining of the parts and keep the details. And it's not that hard, but it's a little bit time consuming. I will be showing you one way of keeping the details without much effort. In the worst case scenario, if you want to keep the raised panel lines, you will have to do some extra work, but that will be on another video. So the first thing you will need is a very sharp knife. And remember, do not cut your fingers. The technique is easy. Besides, the technique for handling very small parts and in a precise way is easy. Just keep your hands on the table so that they do not wobble, to keep them stable. And you start with the knife by putting it near the detail and working always down. But stay away from the next detail, because if not, you will be cutting it without wanting. So you always go from up to bottom, and this is the main trick. Then you need to reverse the part and do the same. I use the knife first because it removes more material, but you also have to be careful, because if not you will be leaving a big indentation. You will see me passing the fingers through the knife, through the edge, but I have cut myself enough times to know how to pass it without cutting myself. So do not try that. And it's basically to do it several times until you get an almost smooth surface. The main detail about sandpaper is to be careful with it. Don't use a big piece, don't do a bulk movement, but try just to oscillate it and keep it away from the raised edge. If you pass it one time, it won't do much damage, but if it is continuously, it will end up cutting it. And this is all about preventing to damage the raised detail. That is the actual trick. This is the second phase. This is the second phase. After passing the primer, you will check for things to improve. Sometimes you will get it on the first try, other times you will have to be doing it several times until you get the point which you are happy with. There is room for improvement, but in here you can see that it is possible to keep the details and to remove the joining of the parts. It's not easy, it's still in need of some small adjustments, but it's one way of showing how you can do it. In here it's of the airplane itself, Mirage 4, still without primer, but already we can see that the details on the joining area, it's still there. One of the big reasons for some people hating the raised panel lines is because they are hard to handle. It's not just a matter of technique, of time, but also a matter of having patience to do so.